pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our prayer guy's not here, so anyone down there want to do the prayer?
Let's do moment of silence.
Mark,
There you go.
Brent,
Mike.
when do you guys want to do the prayer?
Steve.
John didn't show up.
We'll just,
But
I said, why don't just do a
All right.
moment of silence and think about,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Just take a moment of silence and then think about things that are good in your life and what you're blessed for and what you feel good about.
Okay. You want to call the roll?
Sure. Trustee Garwin.
Here.
Trustee Conley.
Here.
Trustee Bonomo.
Here.
Supervisor Ballage.
Here.
Trustee Rivera is absent. And we have quorum.
Okay, the public comments?
Sure. We have one person per public comment. I just want to get the timer started. And that'll be Angie Dreyer.
Yeah, right. Hi, my name's Angie Dreyer, and I'm one of the residents at the Founders Crossing for Senior Citizen Housing in Homer Glen. And I just want to let you know that I just found out by accident that the sensor light in front of my garage door also I pay the electricity for my other neighbors that are in the complex. And I brought it up to Steve's office, and they really didn't have very much to say. I gave them quite a few options as to what I would like to think would be sort of substantial compensation, get it corrected, whatever. I even got in touch with Joseph Faber. He's the Village of Homer Glen Chief Building Official. He told me that that was totally wrong because it's running off of my circuit and I'm paying for the electricity for my neighbors. And anyone else that's in the complex that has a sensor in front of their garage, they're paying for their neighbors. So I don't think this is fair to me to pay for someone else's electricity. So the long and short of it was, Joe got in touch with Steve. Now, keep in mind, Steve has never spoken to me directly. I had to pursue it. I went into the office, spoke, and I have date and time outlined. I'm not going to get into all that. And the long and short of it was that none of my suggestions were ratified. And Steve sent me a letter saying, "Dear Angie Dreyer, per our telephone conversation on Thursday, September 22nd, 2022, which I never had a conversation with Steve. Homer Township will allow you to break your current lease prior to its end date of April 30th, 2023. There will be no further rent past due your last date of occupancy if the following conditions are met. 30 days written notice delivered via USPS or in person, at which time we reserve the right to show your unit to potential tenants with proper notification and security deposit. Section 3 of your lease remains in effect. If you have questions or concerns, please call 708-301-0522. If you wish to remain a tenant, no action is required." Now, I think that's pretty darn sad, that you have no other resolution than telling me to break my lease. And I want to just bring forth another issue. I have, as you all, your utility bill.
Angie. 10
Yeah.
seconds.
My last utility bill was $207 for gas on a 950-foot square unit. Something's wrong.
All right, thank you. Okay, we have no other,
Mine was ridiculous last month.
all right, we have no other ones signed up to speak. So
Okay, clerk's report?
Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the January 9th, 2023 monthly township board meeting minutes.
I'll start the motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? All right, motion passes. I just wanted to do a little update on the parade. Rose Reinerds, myself, and Michelle Kerpen from the,
Shade Farm.
from the chamber. We are planning to host the parade again, Saturday, June 24th, 2023. Same location. We were trying to get Bell Road, but that seems to be an impossible endeavor. And so it'll be down Parker again, and with the rain date of Sunday, June 25th, which really seemed to work out for us last year. Unfortunately, some people were not able to make it the second day, but either way, we did have a really good turnout. So we're gonna try to really make an understanding with everyone so that they know there's kind of like a 2-day obligation. So hopefully we can get more people to show up the second day. Come on, sit down.
Oh, I'm good standing.
And then the next item is the Pet Expo. So we are deciding to have a Pet Fest on Saturday, June 17th, 2023. Again, Rose Reinerds from the village will be helping me with this. And what we have decided to do is create a micro pantry for pets. And we'd like to host it here.
There's a couple in the front.
We'd like to host a micro pantry for pets here. A lot of people are falling on hard times, and we don't want to see the pets going without food or their little necessities. So we're trying to have that built and possibly donated. I did put on here the IGA with the Village of Homer Glen. I didn't put on there a motion to pass it, so we'll go ahead and do that. We were working on that. We did finalize that. And we'll go ahead and attempt to pass that then the next meeting. We still have time, it's not until June. So before you guys, I had gotten a couple estimates for landscaping. And if you want to go ahead and open up the designs there. We kind of kept it within the same price range, so we'd be comparing apples to apples. And one is in this format, and the other one is in the packet in just a regular format, just a regular 8x10 sheets, if you want to look at it. They're both beautiful. The township's going to look amazing with this updated landscaping. I would like an entertain a motion so we can kind of get this going. I know it seems like April, May is kind of far away, but the sooner we book somebody, the sooner we'll get into, the schedule and hopefully have this done by the spring. So, I don't know if there's any
Looking for a
discussion,
motion.
any questions?
Get a motion first, and if there's discussion after second, then we'll go.
Well, I'll start the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, so between the two landscape companies, I was looking at the bigger one here that we got. There is almost double the amount of greenery that we would be getting. So I was hoping to get a motion to approve the one from Dow Landscape Company. And that would be for a total of, let me just get the right amount here.
Didn't we just do that?
Yes, but they didn't say which one they wanted to. Okay, for a total of $15,395. So if I can get a motion to approve that one in particular.
I'll start the motion.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay. And I will do a roll call for that. So trustee Garwin,
Yes.
trustee Conley,
Yes.
trustee Bonomo,
Yes.
supervisor Ballich.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes, thank you. And then, if you also look a little bit further, I have a couple of signs that, I don't know if anybody's looked at our sign lately outside. It's very past its prime, so to speak. And you don't even see the emblem on there anymore. That's how weathered our sign is. So I have in there two different signs in there, two different looks. And I was just wondering, what the board's pleasure would be to which one you would pick. The prices are there, they're about $1,000 apart. And I'd like to get a motion to approve one or the other sentence, if you guys are interested.
I'll start the motion.
Okay?
Which one?
Which one?
The one,
The green one?
yeah, the green one.
Okay, so that's the Van Bruggen sign? Okay, and can I get a
I'll
second?
second that motion.
Okay, and I'll take a roll call. Trustee Conley,
Yes.
trustee Bonomo,
Yes.
trustee Garwin,
Yes.
supervisor Ballich.
Yes.
All right, motion passes, and that is for a total of $8,146. Again, that's gonna be done in the spring, obviously, because of the weather. Okay, and then next, I wanted to let everyone know, we did talk about this at our last meeting, was our ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. So we had contacted ComEd, and actually we had received one other, I guess, upgrade valuation, and they were looking to charge us about $8,000. We were lucky enough to find this other company that was able to actually upgrade all of our lights in this building, at the town hall, and at the park garage for $0. So all of our lights now are LED efficient. It's, yeah, it's amazing. And the value is here. Again, everything's been upgraded, everything's been done. And basically, it was a savings of over $8,000 for $15,763.63. Zero cost, again, to all of our taxpayers, all of our constituents. So I'm really excited that we were able to do something like this for the township. And I want to thank everyone for helping me with that. And that completes my report.
Now we'll go on to the supervisor report, the town hall. We're gonna be doing a ribbon cutting on February 16th at 5 p.m. And we were able to, most of the prices that we had prior to getting a local gentleman were $180,000, $150,000, you know, so we didn't do it because there's no way on earth that I'm gonna do anything that's gonna raise your property taxes. That's the bottom line. So it's gonna raise the taxes, we ain't doing it. And we got a person that did it for under $6. And it's done really nice. So since then, we've been having our maintenance crew go in there and upgrade, you know, paint the place again, and fix things that were not right, and, you know, that type of thing. And it's gonna be good, those February 16th at 5 p.m. That's when we're gonna do the ribbon cutting. If anybody wants to go, they're welcome to come.
It'll be from 5 to 7 p.m., just to clarify that that's how long we'll stay there until. Okay. And then do you want to talk about
That
when we
works.
plan on opening it? We'll plan on opening it.
Well, we're talking about hopefully opening it April 1st. So that way, people that want to make jokes about the township can say April Fool's Day. But April 1st. And then we're doing a micro pantry with, I think you already talked about it, but township is going to do, instead of Hershey's doing pets, we're doing with the Homer Republicans, we're teaming up with them, and we are going to have a food pantry set up here, and then some other locations throughout the township. And people can go in and just pick up food and get food, whatever they want. But it should be successful, and everyone will be able to get food if they need it. So they can come and get food for their pet or for their humans. So that's a good thing. And then the next thing after that, Brent, you got a report?
Yeah, I apologize, I get wordy on the agenda, but it's for everybody's memory on what was discussed. You don't have to go watch the tape. You don't have to look at the written minutes. I try to write down everything I'm going to say so you guys can just, if you're bored and you're not listening to me, you know what I'm talking about. I try to explain as best I can how I'm spending taxpayer money and the benefits of it and what everybody's getting out of it and how much I'm spending. So there's 5 items I wanted to cover. The roadway program for this year, As I've said in the past many times, we try to keep the budget around $250,000, which is about a mile of roadway improvements. For this year, I'm trying to decide whether to do subdivision roadways or arterial collector roadways. The subdivisions that would be getting improved this year are up in the northwest corner of the township. They're listed on here. Two of them are in, we redid 2 years ago, I think, the same subdivision. That's Rickerman Road, Bosham Avenue, 147th Place is up there. 138th Street is up there. Over off of Tameling Drive, we have Reinberg Court and Schaefer Court, which are also in bad shape. And unlike my predecessor, we do the whole right-of-way, which includes the driveways, the sidewalk, the curb, and the street, and the parkway. We try to cover everything right-of-way to right-of-way. We don't make homeowners do cost sharing to get their driveway replaced. That's no good. They pay taxes already. As far as the collector roadways, I was looking at Meter Road from Bruce Road to the south border. And I'm also looking at Oak Avenue, which is just south of the Willow Walk subdivision, west of Galga Road. Those will be bid out in April, and they will be finished this year. Next is the Smith Road Bridge. I have a three-way IGA I'm into with that to cut costs with the City of Lockport and the Lockport Township Road District. It's going to be a long-term contract because IDOT is running it. Whenever you get the government involved, it takes a long time. So they're telling me it's a 3 to 4 year process for everything. They got to go through 3 phases for the contract. You got a study where they look at different options of how to fix the bridge. You got phase 2, which is the detailed design and construction documents for the bridge. And then you have phase 3, which is when they build it. So we've just selected the phase 1 consultant. Burke Engineering, they're going to start working on it next month. They're going to do an initial inspection. The problem now is the bridge is in such bad shape, they're not even letting school buses go across it, so it's pretty bad. So I want to get some temporary shoring in there so at least we can get buses across it until it's improved in 3 years. So that's going to be done very soon. And I've elected to have new engineering companies do it in every phase because I don't want to be playing favorites. So that's a 3 to 4 year process. So it's slow, but that's what you get when you want to have government pay for most of it. So IDOT's paying for 80% of it, the engineering and the construction, and I'm sharing the other 20% with Lockport Road District and the City of Lockport. We're each paying about $150,000 total, and what's good about it is it's getting spread out over 3 years and it's paid only monthly, so it's not one big lump, which is a good thing too. All right, the third thing is a lighting program. I have contacted ComEd to try to get an energy grant. You got some money from them already. I hope you don't take all my money. We're going to convert all the lighting in the Township Road District to LED to save on the cost and save on electricity. There's a number of dark spots along our roadway system where we're going to be trying a new pilot program with solar lights. I'm going to install a few of them along the roadway by the road district building to see if they're feasible. Because as you know, in the winter we don't get a lot of sun. We got some today, but you don't get a lot of sun, and you got to store a lot of energy in the batteries in order for it to run, half of the day. And if that's not feasible, we're not going to do it. So that's that, and we're going to bid out this lighting program in the spring as well, where we're going to knock down all the old poles that are discontinued and not working well and are not up to the new standards that I want, and we're going to replace them with 25-foot Cobra heads. Something else we're doing this year we're looking into is a striping program for pavement striping, turning lanes, stop bars, crosswalks, stuff like that. I don't think it's been done in the last 10 years. It's supposed to be done every 3 to 5 years. We'll be doing that this year and getting a bid on it. That'll be in April, we're getting the bids. We're trying to cap that at $30,000. We'll see what happens. And last but not least, it's time again to have the new Highway Commissioner's Special Needs Grant for $5,000. We have started, I think, putting it on social media. I think it's on the Township website. It's on the Road District website. I think Homer Glen has got it on their website. And the Ability Awareness Committee from Homer Glen is going to be assisting with selection this year. And we'll see how that goes. So if you know anyone with special needs, please go on the website, fill in an application. I cut back a lot of the requirements from last year to try to make it a little bit easier for people to apply. And that's for kids that are out of high school.
And live in Homer Township?
Yes, and live in Homer Township, yes. And that's about it. And if anybody does see any unsafe dark spots you've seen in the unincorporated roads, please let me know and I'll add it to the solar light system as a possibility. So that's about all I got. Thanks.
Thank you, Brent. Okay, Tamara Morella, your assessor's report?
Okay, hi, everybody. The assessor's office is going to do a major data software update on Thursday, so we'll be closing early that day. Staff will be still in-house doing some work. And then Friday, we're going to be closed to residents so we can actually go through the data and make sure it's exactly what we're looking for with the software data update. So Friday afternoon will be closed to the residents, but we will be in the office working. So, and that's all I have to report.
Okay. So now we go on to committee reports. The Homer Township Volunteer Committee didn't meet because there's nothing they need to volunteer for. And then the Senior Task Force, Mike, you got something for your Senior Task Force? You just talked about the bingo, or is that about it?
No, we do a lot more than
The
just...
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we do a lot more than just bingo. With the help of Cindy and others in the group, Angel, Mark, Rosie and all, we've been putting together different programs for the seniors. Next week on the 14th, we've got a Valentine's Day celebration at Blueberry Hill. They've been generous enough to give us some money off on the food. I'm going to get some donations to fill the gap. But we're going to have a full house with bingo and food for the seniors. And at the end of the month, we're going to have we're calling it trivia.
We're going to be doing bunco.
Or banco at the end, yeah. So we're going to be starting to do on the 4th Tuesday of every month. We're going to do a trivia nights, banco. We're going to do all kinds of different things for the seniors, give them more activities to do. We also do yoga and amongst other things. And again, with everything that we do, I can't ask for, we get great help from everybody, support from the community. And that's pretty much it.
Mike,
Okay.
do you mind if I mention one thing?
Sure.
So I know a lot of people have been calling and emailing about where can they find out about what's going on with the seniors. So it is on our front page of our website. So that will be something new that we will be, well, it's new, but we will continue to do it for how long as we need to.
One thing I forgot to mention too, we are going to be doing a senior
Yes.
newsletters to all the seniors that we're in communication with. And anybody that knows seniors, have them contact the township to get names and addresses if they're not on the mailing list. And one thing we did, for Valentine's Day, we are going to be, people are going to be surprised, I think, what they see in the mail. In the next week or so, we're making sure that they're all recognized and respected in the community, and that's really our main goal. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Rob didn't have a report, and he couldn't make it, he's still at work. Matt would have report, but the problem is we haven't really came to a date yet. We're going to be doing a multicultural event with the 33C, and what that'll entail is all the different heritages that are in Homer will have a flag, and somebody will be from that group. We've got Italian, Irish, German, you go through the whole list, and they're going to have some type of food from that group. They're going to have a flag, they're going to have somebody maybe dancing or singing or just music or whatever it is. It's all right now it's the early stages, but we wanted to make sure everybody knows that we're planning on doing it. So, don't know when because we don't have the date. So that's where that is. And then the land use committee, we haven't met, so there's nothing there. Brent, do you have anything with highway, with the roads, with the semis? Not really, as there was before.
No, I ask every meeting if anybody's having issues with trucks using their residential streets to cut through between arterial roads, let me know. Tamling had a lot of problems with it. We fixed their issue. On the west side of town, I know there's a lot of them where people cut through residential streets because they don't want to go down to the next intersection. But If you have any issues with trucks on your street, please let me know. And I'm talking the big trucks, not the box trucks like FedEx and stuff. I'm talking about the semis. Thanks.
Okay, and then, before we go to the next one, I just wanna, because it's not on the agenda, but, we're at the final phases of getting our grant money to fix the senior housing. And then, so once we get that, then we're gonna start working on it. There's a lot of things that have to be fixed. And, it's all gonna be taken care of. We'll probably be starting in the spring, because we're hoping to get the money by the end of this month or early next month. But again, that's a process. But like I said before, we're not going to do anything that's going to cost us to raise taxes. And this is how we're going to get the thing fixed, by using grant money from the county and from the federal government. So it's all in the process, just taking time, that's all. Then now we have to go to a real quick meeting. So this meeting, we have to do one more next month. And there's really nothing left in this committee, this is a state-ordered committee that we legally have to do now. So we did it in January, we talked about the consolidation in January, what we've done already and what we could do. And now it's just like just going through the words, so it'll be real quick. I need a motion to go out of this meeting.
A motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Let's
Okay.
take a roll call.
I'm gonna- Okay,
Trustee Conley?
Yes.
Trustee Bonomo?
Yes.
Supervisor Bowich?
yes.
Okay, motion passes. Now we need a motion to enter, if Karen and Jim could please join us at the table, because they're on the committee. And, as a matter of fact, like, all of us are on the committee, so I need a motion that could be for anybody on the board here, to enter into the Committee on Local Government Consolidation and Efficiency Act.
I'll start that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, I'll take a roll call. Porfilio,
Here.
Morella,
Here.
Shake,
Here.
Shake number 2. Bowlich.
Here.
Sorry, you had to do that. Bonomo,
Yes, here.
Conley,
Here.
Garwin,
Here.
Brody. Here. Okay. Motion passes. Okay, so no one signed up to talk. I do have the minutes from the January 9th, 2023 meeting. If I could please get a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll start the motion.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, motion passes. So basically, the reason of this committee is to discuss the township efficiency and possible improvements. Like Steve said, if you look at our minutes from last month, we did talk a lot about things that the township and the village are kind of doing together to make Homer Township more efficient. And so this month, I approached our staff and I was kind of talking with them to see what they thought, what made us so much more efficient than maybe other units of government. And even as Steve mentioned earlier, you know, you wait for the wheels of government to turn and sometimes it's slow. So, so one of the things that, you know, we had talked about is that since we are a smaller unit of government, we are able to address the needs of the community in a more efficient and timely manner, quicker response times, and fulfilling more community needs, which give our constituents better service. And that's basically all I have for this month. If anybody else on the board has any kind of comments or questions. So anyways, analysis of whether consolidation should be an option within our unit of government. We discussed that previously. We will need to create a report with recommendations covering efficiency, accountability, and consolidation explanations. I know I had mentioned earlier, I do have surveys here. If any resident would like to fill out a survey about what we talked about specifically during the Committee on Local Government Consolidation and Efficiency Act, if anybody wanted to comment about the fact that we are a smaller unit of government or anything about local efficiencies, I do need this back by the end of the meeting today. And if that's all, then I would like a motion to exit the Committee on Local Government Consolidation Efficiency Act.
I'll start the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, and I'll take a roll call. Let's see, Rhodey.
Here.
Shake.
Yes.
Garwin.
Yes.
Conley,
Yes.
Bonomo,
Yes.
Supervisor Ballage,
Yes.
Shake number 2.
Yes.
Morella,
Yes.
and Porfilio.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes, thank you. And now I need a motion to go back into the regular board meeting. And that'll be for the regular board members.
Yeah, I'll motion that.
Okay,
I'll second.
second by Conley. I'll take a roll call, trustee Bonomo,
Yes.
trustee Conley,
Yes.
trustee Garwin.
Yes.
Supervisor Ballage.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes, we're back into our regular meeting.
Okay. Motion to approve all bills January 2023. Founders Crossing Bond, Founders Crossing General Assistance, Open Space, Park Developer, Contribution, Park, Town, Road and Bridge, and Equipment and Buildings.
I'll start the motion. I'll second.
Okay, I'll take a roll call. Trustee Conley,
Yes.
trustee Garwin,
Yes.
trustee Bonomo.
Yes.
Supervisor Ballage.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, there's no new business unless somebody's got something. Okay, there's no old business unless you got something.
Maybe we could mention, Steve, that we're going to do another food drive this
Okay.
year.
Go ahead, Mark.
Township food drive.
You know what? I'm sorry, there was
No,
a
no,
mistake
it's
on our
okay.
part. We should have had you on that for the trustee report.
We ran a very successful food drive late July, early August, collected over 2,500 items for the Lockport Fish Food Pantry, which also serves Homer Township. Coordinated with the village, and they are not planning on doing a formal food drive, so I think the ball's in our court, and I think Steve will do two. We'll
Yeah,
do
we
one-
got,
We'll do one in the spring and one in the fall, and, yeah, I'll mention that Steve hooked me up with a guy that has a truck, and so that won't cost the township any money. We'll decide where the truck should be located. We were very successful locating it in front of Meyer in the one we did last year. So I think we're gonna maybe get Meyer, get Jewel, maybe the Jewel over on, at the west end. And so there'll be two, more to come. I mean, early planning stage.
Mark did a real good job last time, and it's gonna be easier this time, so he'll do a better job.
Have I ask a question? Is this gonna be for the new micro food pantry?
I was just gonna mention that, and Steve mentioned that we need to do that, so maybe we'll have one for one of them, the other for the Lockport, or we'll split it, we'll figure it out. I mean,
Well, we've got the micro pantry, we're gonna have enough food without the food drive. The food drive can just go strictly for the food pantry, because we're gonna have the food. I've already made arrangements to,
Donations.
yeah, I've got that all taken care of, so, township will not pay nothing. That's the most important thing for everybody to hear.
Yeah.
No money is coming out of your pocket for this stuff, any of this stuff. Okay, thanks, Mark. Then that's it, no motion to adjourn.
I'll start the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? All right, meeting is adjourned.